Welcome back. How y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Man, I'm right over here chilling. My day was a little hectic yesterday, right? So I had to move my car because there was street sweeping. And man, when I tell you I couldn't find parking, bro, that shit was crazy. I ended up meeting my weed guy, all types of other shit, just staying in the car. I ended up cleaning my car, just doing hella random shit because parking was so bad. But anyways, we're back. It's a better day. Hope everybody's having a great morning. We have some Darrell Brooks breakdown, and this shit is pretty interesting. We have the first victim. The first victim who got hit in the entire situation, speaking and actually being interrogated by Mr. Brooks. So you already know this is about to be a crazy one. You already know he's gonna ask wild questions out here. Keep in mind, this is the victim. This is the first person that you hit. So you're looking at the person and asking this person questions that you literally just hit. That's crazy to me. But anyways, let's get straight into this thing.
Any cross, Mr. Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor. Um, you stated that when you were struck from behind, you didn't hear or see the vehicle approach. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you estimated this. Did you estimate the speed, or do you recall how fast the vehicle may have been going?
When it hit me, no, I was not able to see that.
When it
Now, keep in mind, when the state had asked questions, they had exhibits and videos and all types of shit. This thing lasted for about 16 minutes. Videos, exhibits, and what? Proof. On this hand, every time that Darrell investigates somebody or interrogates somebody or questions somebody, there's no evidence or proof brought forward. There might be a letter that he talks about here and there. He might talk about the Reddit post that's claiming that has jurors in the case. He might bring information like that forward. But anything in terms of parade route, anything in terms of people hit, pictures, video, he doesn't want to use any of that. Because keep in mind, the state and the defense can use the same stuff. He doesn't want to use any of that shit. Excuse me. He doesn't want to use any of that shit. Wonder why. Let's continue.
passed you,
They had asked me when it passed me afterwards what I would estimate it to have been. And I said, if I had to guess, it was probably around 20 miles an hour afterwards.
would it be fair to say from the videos that we just saw that the vehicle wasn't traveling fast?
Your Honor, I'm just going to, for the record,
Grounds.
just clarify that the video is showing at 50% speed.
Grounds. Wow.
He keeps yelling out grounds. I forgot that he has a phase where he just blurts out random comments, random objections. This is his grounds phase. I'm going to have another t-shirt that has grounds. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's crazy. He wants to know the grounds for why the video is showing at 50% speed. Bro, you're out here looking like a tweaker, bro. Keep in mind, he did admit to doing some crystal before, so he pretty much is a tweaker. No hate to people who have done crystal or do crystal and are trying to get off of it, but there's a difference between someone who wants to do crystal and someone who's addicted and trying to get off. But he's a tweaker.
I didn't know that initially, I guess.
Nobody knew that.
Can you play it at full speed then, please? And then he can ask the question.
Certainly.
You said that you would estimate the vehicle was going around 20 miles per hour?
Correct.
Correct. I wonder how it must feel knowing that you're going to go to jail. I wonder how that must feel. That must be an eerie ass feeling. And not even like jail for a few weeks or for a few years. Not even jail for like 10 years, to be honest. That would scare me, but I would be like, okay, I'm going to get my life together. I'd be one of them inmates. I'd be like, I'm going to get my life together. I'm gonna try to make the most out of this. So when I get out of this bitch, I'm at optimal human level to go into the world and do some shit. And most of them people, I feel like, actually do really well in the world. People like that. But anyway, if I knew I was going back forever, bro, that shit would fuck with me, bro. It just wouldn't sit right with me. Like I feel like I would start going insane. Like, I don't know.
And how would you come to that estimation?
I guess I'm not sure how you want me to answer that question.
What's
And,
the
and
basis for you saying 20 miles per hour?
based on previous experience with vehicles, traffic.
So would it be fair to say you don't know for sure how fast the vehicle was traveling?
There's no way for me to say for sure how fast the vehicle was going. I was not driving it.
She's a human being. You can't know for sure. Fucking dumbass.
You stated that you fell to the ground. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Did you
I'm trying not to pause.
at any point get a description of the driver of the vehicle?
No.
Bro, after you get struck and you're fucking flying into the air, do you think you'll be able to get a description of the driver? Like, she got fucked up. Remember, he hit her with the car. Like, come on now.
Were you able to make out if anyone was in the vehicle besides the driver?
No.
Did you get a license plate number?
No.
I was dying on the ground. No.
Did you file a claim in this matter?
There was a police report filed, yes.
Do you remember the name of the officer that you filed the report with?
No, I do not. It was an FBI agent.
I like when she says it was an FBI agent. That probably got him a little razzled up, a little razzle dazzled. He was like, "Ooh, FBI! Ooh, I'm important. Oh my god!" It was the FBI guys. What did they say about me? Did they say I was cool? Did they say it was crazy? Bro, he's one of them people, bro, who like he's dying for some validation for sure. Take it back to that interrogation room. He found out. Well, when he found out it was the FBI, I think he was kind of like, wow, really? For me? And scared at the same time. Like, he was impressed and scared because he knew they were coming for his ass. Like, come on now. FBI don't get involved unless they think it's serious.
Do you recall the date that you were interviewed or that you made the report?
November 21st.
Would that be with the FBI agent as you just stated or with local law enforcement?
The FBI.
I know it's kind of far, but can you see this paper that I'm holding?
Yeah.
Is that your handwriting?
If you can't see it that close,
I-
just say you can't.
I can't read it from here.
We have the document camera we can put up.
He's such a dumbass. He holds it up like she could see it. Like, bro, this dude he's turning this into like a clown session. And this lady, she had to go through this, and now she's just talking to him. I couldn't be respectful to him.
Okay, thank you.
With his stupid ass forehead tattoo that looks like a smear of ink. Like, what the fuck is that even saying? Y'all let me know. What is that shit saying? It reads smudge to me.
Can you move it up a little bit? Well, can you see that?
It's not in front of her
Oh,
yet, so we
I'm
can do
sorry.
that. We just wanted to make sure we could get it working.
I'm sorry.
It'll be there momentarily.
I apologize.
You wouldn't have known. There you go. It's up.
Is that your handwriting on this document?
Yes.
And you stated that you gave a report to the FBI on November the 21st. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Is it correct that this date here says 12/29 of 21?
That's not what this form is.
What would this form be?
You don't even have the right form. Oh my lord.
That was a form that was filled out as a follow-up based on my experience at the parade. I spoke with someone in person on the 21st.
Do you know who provided you with this form that we're looking at?
I believe it was through the Victims Witness program. I don't recall correct. No. It was emailed to me, I believe.
So would it be fair to say then that the report you filed was with Officer Wagner?
You talking about this report or previously?
The report of being struck
On the 21st of November?
on the 21st of November.
Do you know the name of the individual you spoke with on the 21st?
Not offhand, no.
This dude doesn't have anything prepared, bro. He's low-key asking her for help. He's asking the witness for help. If you notice, he's like, well, what's this form from then? Well, do you think that, what's the name again of the officer, the FBI officer that you talked to? Was it Wagner? Like, bro, she's not going to remember that. As a lawyer, you're supposed to have all your documentation and confront them with that. Isn't it true that, the officer that you spoke to, the FBI agent, was Officer Wagner, correct? Oh, I don't remember. Well, does this file refresh your memory? Oh, yeah, that refreshes my memory. Okay, yeah, it was Officer Wagner. Okay, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't have any of that set out. All he has are these loose questions that he's hoping kind of like link up to one another to create some sort of a case. But right now, the questions are going nowhere, bro. Like, this shit is actually sad. And it's hilarious to watch this shit break down.
Do you recall stating in the report that you filed on November 21st that you saw a red SUV go to the left of the float and then to the right in front?
I don't believe that's what I recall is what I had stated earlier was that I saw it veer to the left of the float. From there, I wouldn't have been able to see.
Would it be fair to say that, reading from the report that you gave on November the 21st, that it says that you saw a red SUV go to the left of the float and then to the right in front?
I don't have the report, so
Would you like to see it? I have it right here.
Mr. Brooks, do you want to show her the report? Then you need to put it on the document camera.
I like how she doesn't even, excuse me, she doesn't even really look at him. She looks at the judge. She's like, Judge, what are we doing right now? Judge, she's asking me these weird ass questions. I don't know what to do. She doesn't even look at him. She's kind of like, bro, I'm trying to go home. Like, damn. It's crazy how they actually let this happen.
Preview it again.
Your Honor, that is not the report. I believe that may have been notes that were with the report that went to Mr. Brooks. That is not the report.
Everything he gives is bullshit. It's the wrong police chat that she had with him from days later. It's the wrong report. Like, this guy is not prepared. And you would think if your life is on the line, you would want to be as prepared as possible. Maybe have an opportunity for some parole. Maybe come up with a crazy explanation out your ass. No. Zero preparation. No lawyer. Like, come on. His self-preservation skills did not outweigh his pettiness. His pettiness outweighed his self-preservation, for sure.
Be a summary of what she may have provided to another officer, FBI agent, but not the report itself. So in light of that, she's not going to be questioned on that unless that helps refresh her recollection.
Does it?
Look at it, it's in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Does that in any way help refresh your recollection about what you may have told the...
Look at his eyes, too. So hopeful, so ready, just to question. Oh, I have more questions for you. Oh, I am so prepared. He's such an idiot, guys. Like, oh my God, that's the most narcissistic shit I've seen about him. If you look into his eyes, he's just bubbly, like, oh yeah, I have all these questions that's gonna make me innocent. Fucking dumbass.
an investigator in this case?
I
On
believe,
the 21st, sorry.
yeah, I believe this was a year ago, but I believe what I said was that I witnessed it continue to drive, veer to the left to avoid the van that was in front of me, and then continue driving without stopping.
And just so the record is clear, because it was being used, I think, to refresh her recollection. After she reviewed it, I turned off the camera. So it's not in front of her at the moment.
What do you?
It's being given back to you. Go ahead, ask your next question.
I have the actual report too, if that may help.
Oh, you found it? Oh, you found the actual report? Okay. I'm glad you found it. Are you sure it's not next week's report or last year's? Like, this man, who knows what the fuck he got? He probably ripped a page out of a library book and brought that shit to court and was like, bro, he's like a kindergartner.
Would it be fair to say that you testified that you don't recall hearing anything or seeing anything before you were struck, correct?
We're going in a circle.
Correct.
And now this is reading from the report, page 1.
I guess the proper foundation for Mr. Brooks to use would be if reviewing a report would refresh her recollection, and then based upon her answer, he would go from there.
Well, you could also just directly ask the question, since it's on cross-exam. Isn't it true that you said X to the investigator? But you need to quote directly then from the
I intend to.
report. Go ahead, ask your question.
Quote right from here. Is it true that you said when you were walking, well, it says White explained when she was walking, she heard screaming, and as she looked around, she was hit by the red SUV. Does that refresh or help you recall anything that happened on November 21st?
No.
Good
Do
girl.
you recall saying
Good
that?
girl. That's what I'm talking about. If that was my wife, I'd be like, good job, baby. Fuck that guy. I don't remember shit. I don't remember shit. Like, what are you talking about? And I don't know how he thought this was going to be, like, helpful for his case. You know, questioning the first victim that he struck. Like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. You can't be this fucking slow. You know what I mean? Avoid all the victims and go to only witnesses. That's what I would have did. But, like, I don't know. Maybe just get a lawyer.
I do not recall those exact words, no.
Do you recall saying that when this is all it's explaining like in the third person, I'm assuming, it says White, as she lay on the ground, White stated she observed the red SUV go to the left of the float and then to the right in front of the float.
Again,
Hold on, she may answer. Go ahead.
as I previously stated, I observed the van go towards the left, the vehicle go towards the left of the van, at which point there was no indication that it was stopping or anything. and that it continued from there. I could not see what happened beyond it going to the left of the van because the van was in front of me blocking my view.
Oh, she's getting mad.
It also says White stated the vehicle appeared to be traveling extremely fast and it did not slow down or even brake. But you just said that you couldn't see the vehicle once it veered around the van. Is that fair to say?
As it veered to the left of the van, it did appear to be moving fast, yes.
Would it be fair to say that the video footage doesn't show that?
Objection, that mischaracterizes the video footage as
Grounds.
the video was cut off shortly after striking Miss White.
You just hear Brooks in the background. Grounds. Like, bro, what is going on? This is not a sitcom, bro. This is not Law and Order. Like, what the fuck is going on?
You're making an argument, which is something you can do later, so I'll sustain the objection as to the form of the question.
It goes on to say, White did not observe the driver of the SUV and could only describe the SUV as red, and it appeared to be a lower rise, in quotation marks, SUV and maybe a Traverse. Do you recall saying that?
I said it was of similar size to a Traverse.
What is a Traverse?
Objections are relevant.
Well,
Grounds.
overruled. She may answer and explain why she said what she did.
Because, in my opinion, it's a lower sitting SUV or vehicle versus like some of the higher. Some of them sit up higher and are bigger in size. It was more of a mid-size, lower to the ground SUV, in my opinion. Similar to a Traverse.
What the fuck is a Traverse? Yo, what is a Traverse? I'm still confused. What the fuck is that? Is that like is it a Nissan Traverse? I don't know. Like, is it a car type? Like, what the fuck is a Traverse? Anyways, am I slow? Anyways, y'all let me know.
Recall saying that, and I'm reading from the report again, White stated that she was treated and released at Waukesha Memorial Hospital and sustained bruising, scars, and road rash on her body and a knee injury to her right leg. White stated that she did not have a broken leg, but may have a torn MCL. Do you recall reporting that?
Yes.
So would it be fair to say, and I'm asking this because you said may have a torn MCL, would it be fair to say that at that time you were not sure of the full extent of your injury?
She's not a doctor.
Yes.
About how long were you treated at Waukesha Memorial Hospital?
A few hours.
And just think about that. Just hitting her alone, you know what I mean? Hitting that lady alone and driving off, he would still have gotten probably 15 years or something crazy, because you can't just drive over somebody and keep going. That's wild. That's actually crazy. Like, what?
And did you file a claim in this matter? Any type of claim?
Yes.
What was that claim?
There were claims that were filed with the state of Wisconsin that were to cover the cost of the medical treatment that was received.
So the state of Wisconsin offered to pay your medical expenses?
It was through the Victim Witness Protection Program.
Oh, good for her.
So would you consider yourself a party to this matter then?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained, not relevant. Excuse me.
In the claim that you filed, did you file the claim under
Why is she
an
shaking?
injured party?
I think she's really nervous. She's shaking and fidgeting and I don't know if she wants to cry or or what. But I keep forgetting that at this point it's a year ago. But it's probably that's probably the reason why, because it's bringing up old memories she kind of put to the side. So she's like really, she uncomfortable.
Objection? I guess I'm not
Grounds.
understanding the question. It's vague.
Grounds. From your opinion, did it appear to you that the vehicle was attempting to strike anyone?
Objection calls for speculation.
Grounds.
She just said cause for
The way
speculation.
he asked, the way he asked it, did it appear? If you know, you may answer.
It appeared it was traveling in the direction where it could have struck other people, yes.
She's fidgeting
But
a
to the
lot.
best of your knowledge, you didn't know for sure.
That's correct.
No further questions.
That shit was absolutely pointless. That's what I'm gonna say. Brooks is out here like he doesn't even have the proper documentation to ask her questions. Like, please, if you gave me like 5 hours in a cell and my life on the line, I would have had a nice little presentation going for y'all. It may have not been in lawyer fashion, but guess what? My ass would have had the documents and I would have been up there doing my thing. In the worst world, in the worst scenario, where I had to defend myself because, none of the lawyers existed or some crazy shit. But trust me, I'm going to have my lawyer on my side. I'm going to be saying nada. I'm going to just be looking there looking pretty. I'm going to just be like, I don't know, maybe not smiling. That might be crazy, but looking shameful, depending on what I did. But bro, this is wild. Anyways, guys, there's a few victim statements that we're gonna go through. I'm gonna splash them in here and there because we also have some other topics to cover. But until the next one, y'all, stay inside, stay safe. I love you guys, man. You guys are the illest, the best. We're almost at 9.6K. We're getting to that 10K probably by the end of the month. Get me there. Love y'all. I'm out here.